Checking in again, checking in again. We in here. He is in here. Pause. All right. Stream is up. Let's let our folks over on the NSC Shadow Dragon channel know that we is good to go. Checking in with y'all. We is up and running. For anybody trying to hop in the live, let's get to it. We got a lot to go over. Let me know where y'all checking in from when y'all get in. We back in the mix. So with the setup that we got, it ain't gonna be often as much as it was. It might be a weekend thing from there on, but it's all right. I see YouTube trying to play games like they don't want y'all to get in. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Oh, got it. All right, I'm gonna pull up this list. No, I will not be sharing the screen with the list. If y'all wondering, because I'm using two laptops. I prefer to use two monitors, but naturally, we in a hotel room right now. We still moving around, so I do not keep the second monitor on me. I do not keep the second monitor on me. Let me know if y'all can hear me pretty good. Let's go here. All right, one sec. Let's get good to go. Some of y'all probably wondering, do he sleep? I do. Probably not the same time as everybody else. We not tripping. All right. I have not used my MacBook in a while, so we gotta do all the whole logging in process. Just be able for me to pull up what we need. All right, here we go. I said we got quite a bit to cover. So for those of y'all who is coming over that's already on the Mitchell Clan channel, you already know how this is finna go. We're gonna get into these topics. They're gonna be in-depth conversations. One thing that we is bringing over that we still kind of working the kinks on is the 1v1 polls. So those of you who's coming over from the NSC Shadow Dragon page, you already know that we've been kind of cranking out the polls in the shorts, right? So we got the in-depth conversations that's supposed to be on the live streams. Obviously, we've been having the live stream issues. I can't help but I don't know what the issue is. And then we got the recaps when we watching the anime episodes. We doing the recaps. We decided to go ahead and stick it out with the short format for those of y'all that's on the Mitchell Clan channel already, right? So I think we're gonna stick. Typically, we want to stick with the short format. I think it's a nice little setup, but since we finally on the live again, we might actually end up just go ahead and watching it. I mean, yeah, y'all can't watch it, but y'all see me react to it in real time if y'all get that, right? So I might get to actually see my real time reaction. So it'll go from being a recap to a reaction. Get it? Yeah, y'all get it. And then we got no, that's not what we want. See, yeah, they tripping. Uh, yeah, actually, that is what we want. No, I'm tripping. So yeah, we got the in-depth conversations. We got the recaps, which this live we finna probably go ahead and just crank out reactions for the Ashita no Joe, and then we got the 1v1s that we want to go over. Because for those of y'all that's on the NSZ Shadow Dragon channel, y'all already kind of been in tune with the 1v1s. But the Metro Clan TV channel folks, they ain't been getting that yet. Vice versa, right? Different setups. We trying to merge them. And then not to mention, we don't know how much longer that the problems with the live stream gonna be. So we're trying to put a focus on the Shadow Dragon page as much as possible. So matter of fact, let's do this. We we're gonna put so that way those y'all on the Metro Clan channel, y'all can go ahead and subscribe to the Shadow Dragon page while y'all on here. So I'm gonna put from the Shadow Dragon page directly. I'm gonna make sure y'all know, and then we're gonna try to pin it if we can. All right, hold up. And while we doing that, we got the topics ready to rock. I don't know why we got these events up there, like something really going on. Turn that shit off. Alright. Alright, let's welcome. And if any of y'all are watching this and y'all do content yourselves, y'all can go ahead and drop y'all stuff in the comment section. Yeah, see, this is why we be testing this, because who can see that? Ain't nobody. All right, let's shift. Let's bring that up. Because we want to make sure that we fully good to go. All right. So let's up the cam. Let's make sure that y'all can see the chat. Let's see if we can pin the chat. I gotta damn. Don't worry about it. We can figure this out. Look, so y'all see me working the kinks in live stream. In real time. Live stream. Yeah, y'all get it. So yes, like I said, if this will let me do it. I guess we will allow timestamps. Yeah, we're gonna allow. What I'm trying to do is pin this, obviously, because when y'all start getting in, I don't want it to I want to keep putting it in there just so y'all can make sure y'all go and subscribe to the Shadow Dragon page as well. So swap to this. Let's go in and pen. We're good to go. There it is. All right, so when y'all actually check out the chat, y'all should be able to see the Shadow Dragon channel pinned. Perfect. See, we're making adjustments as we go. So yeah, when y'all get in, right now, content still kind of split, but we're gonna work on trying to get it merged. I said that the whole live stream problems, and I ain't had nothing to do with that. But we've been trying to figure it out. We ain't been getting no luck, so we had to do the workaround. Right now, we're using Streamlabs to get this going, right? So that's why there's a whole bunch of shifting with the cams and the chat locations and all that. So y'all got to work with me. Y'all got to work with me. I don't think we need any alerts either, so let's hide that. Ain't nothing going on with that either. We don't need that. We're trying to run things as basic as possible, right? Boom. Let's be good. Don't know what to be here. Hey, look. You gonna be able to see me react in real time if you hang around for a while. It's been a minute since we've been doing the live. I'm saying a minute, like it's been a long time, but compared to how often that I actually do the lives, we trying to figure it out. So uh, I got a whole list of things that I want to run through. I want to try to bring some of the 1v1s for the NS from the NSZ Shadow Dragon page over here, and then for those who's coming over here from the NSZ Shadow Dragon page, it's going to be a slight merger, slight, but we're gonna get to it, right? So I want to get right into it. So y'all know, y'all know how I kind of do things. We got the organized list, courtesy of ChatGPT. Appreciation. So let's do a little catching up. So let's start with, because y'all know we've been getting in depth with the Naruto for sure. So I want to touch on a couple other animes today. Go ahead and spread the wealth a little bit. Still kind of deep dive into Naruto for a little bit longer, and then we ain't gonna get too heavy into the other animes, but we probably gonna touch on a couple things for sure. I do want to get into the Ashita no Joe. I said the recaps is lately we've been limiting them to the short formats, but I want to actually go ahead and do an actual reaction. Right? Y'all know me. I don't beat around the bush. A recap is exactly what I say it is. It's a recap. That means I hadn't already seen the episode, and I'm trying to immediately give you the reaction while it's fresh in my mind. Reaction, I'm not like other people. That's real time stuff. It's real time stuff. So I don't know what to put here. Since you're the one that put me on to the show, let's go ahead and instead start with the Ashita no Joe. Right. So I'm not gonna be able to put it up on the screen because I'm using multiple laptops right now. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna pause it every now and then. Y'all gonna get my real time reaction to it because I still got to get cranking on that. So let's get to it, and then we could talk about that in real time for real. So right now we on episode 16, right? So and then it's in Japanese. So all right. Let's put this on. Don't worry, y'all ain't got to worry about me. We on episode 16. Episode 16. Me and don't worry, my Crunchyroll is premium, so we ain't got to worry about me having to sit through ads and none of that, right? situate this so we can easily see it. Matter of fact, let's get y'all a little bit more interaction with me, right? See, I got this fold iPhone. It's Android all day, right? If the audio sounds a little too crazy from hearing the episode going on in the background, let me know. We'll adjust the volume. In fact, let's slide it over here so it ain't gonna impact y'all hearing me as much. Uh, Let me know if the audio sounds crazy. I want to make sure y'all can hear me as well. I'll tell you this, from what I've seen of the minions so far, the minions, see, I already got to pause it. So let's acknowledge the fact that the minions, some of the most loyal people that we have seen in the show so far is the minions. Y'all know, I call them the minions by now, right? Them, Don Pay, obviously, he got his little obsession. I call it an obsession, but he got that loyalty to the cause, right? His loyalty to Joe slash the cause of boxing itself. He want to see that energy come back, right? Nishi, I would say, is the next most loyal person, right? Went from being Nishi is still in my bad spot right now, right? But his loyalty got developed after he got that ass whooping. So let's acknowledge that. But right now we are at the part where the minions is putting up a sign for down pay. And they taking donations. See? They know what to do. They trying to get it up for Big Bro. Alright. Let's bring up the volume a little bit more. Audio for the show itself, right? Audio check, audio check. You can hear the show pretty good. It's a good balance between me and the show. I want to make sure y'all can hear me as well. We got Miss Philanthropist Lady. Y'all know I call her Miss Philanthropist at this point in time. They on the ship right now. Let's not forget in the episode 15, Dompe was still catching heat for knocking out Joe Cold, and then being an asshole in their eyes for how he treat Joe when he just trying to get the boxing thing going on. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. The minions, yeah. Miss Philanthropist Lady, she confused me at this point in time because it's not like we know what her intentions is, and then Joe act like he know what her intentions is, but me and Joe beefing right now, so I can't really take his word to heart yet. Don Pay already trying to think about lessons 4 and 5. Remember, last episode that we watched, he did not give anything farther than lesson 3. So he went into the ring with Rikishi with only lessons 1, 2, and 3. That's funny. All right. So let's acknowledge right now they are back at the farm, right? The security guards is over here talking about they ain't doing nothing but cutting into their boxing time. So the inmates from the last episode, the inmates being motivated by Joe and Rikishi fight, want to hop in the ring, right? So we set the stage over there and here, right? So they want to hop in the ring. Now, apparently, they want to get what they need to get done with the farm so they can go ahead and get into their boxing training so they can go ahead and throw hands too, right? The energy is up. The energy is up. What we do need to find out is how the standing is between Rikishi and Joe from the last episode. The last episode ended off with Rikishi tossing the rock on Joe, Joe waking up. They ain't even arguing, right? No arguments. But yet Joe been egging him on the whole time. So that's where we at. Yeah, it says as soon as he finishes, the quicker they can get back to boxing. You ain't never seen him this happy about farming. Never. Even Don Pay looking confused, like, yo, this, okay, okay. Oh yeah. The inmates is ready to work. They ready. But that other fight with the inmates with what I call him, short stack. Yeah, short stack against Arai. Man, short stack was beating the brakes off of him and wasn't doing nothing but this. Wasn't doing nothing. Look, Don Pay looking for Joe right now. The inmates is like, we don't know where he is, but I'm gonna need you out the way so we can get working, so we can get to boxing. That's what's going on. Now ain't no way that they just cut to the scene with Joe over here. I know that he ain't over here training with one arm. I know he ain't over here training with one arm. I bet you that this is training. I bet you this is training. Ain't no way. That's wild. Well, even Don Payne, like, what is he doing? Using bare hands, back breaking work. Okay. Is this the turning point for Joe? Is this the turning point I've been waiting on? Mm-mm. You right about that. But Don Pay over here getting hyped too. See, Don Pay getting hyped is getting me hyped. Come on now. You ain't never seen Joe working this hard on the farm. Come on. No pushback, no lashback. What? This ain't the same Joe. This is not the same Joe. 10 days to a tournament? Come on. Where did this tournament all of a sudden come from? They just got the ring. All right, let's acknowledge real quick how perceptive Joe actually is, because he's over here explaining to Don Pay right now about this fight with Rikishi, right? So Don Pay was okay. You know, you doing the one hand thing. You trying to do some wrist training for the boxing. Joe he gets right into pretty much saying that yeah he not gonna go he not doing a double knockdown with Rikishi again. I think he's got his eyes really more focused on Rikishi for this tournament, even though it's the tournament, right? We don't know nothing about this tournament other than they just mentioned it. And then he's talking about the wrist thing. He's talking about how when Rikishi was hitting him, talking about wrist movements and all that. So it's that shows that he's a little bit more perceptive than I even gave him credit for. You know, I'm gonna give him that. I'm gonna give him that. He making a turnaround right now. I've been look for the recaps that y'all been seeing. Y'all know that this is what I've been waiting on. I've been needing them to take an L for the past since episode 1. I've been needing them to take this L. Yeah, yeah, we in there. We in there. New Joe, new day. But even Joe talking about, more than I want to admit, Rikishi was beating the brakes off of me. Pay looked like he ready to cry. He be getting everything that he wanted right now, which is Joe to listen. But hey, look, I'm gonna tell you this: y'all not gonna make me shed no tears on this cam. I can't do that. But I'll tell you this: I feel for Pay right now. I feel for Pay. We ain't never heard Joe talking about. I've been waiting on Pay. The closest that we heard was the correspondence letters, right? And that's when he was still like full blown asshole mode, right? Yeah, yeah. The way that Joe is dissecting his fight right now with Rikishi, that's crazy because it's like he was getting his ass handed to him, getting beat down to the ground repeatedly. How many times did he get knocked down? Six, seven? No, seven if you include the double knockdown. Yeah, yeah. He was hitting that ground repeatedly, repeatedly. So the way that he's dissecting it through all of that is wild, wild. Even his facial expressions in the animation don't give asshole vibes anymore. If anyone else has seen this, yeah, even the animations feel slightly different. Look, field work already done. They got a whole crate of boxing gloves. That's crazy. I bet it was philanthropist lady who donated that. Look, even short stack was just happy. Hey, I got some gloves. Oh, ain't no way that they bullying short stack still. There is no way that they over here bullying short stack still. Hey, don't take that. Don't take that. We seen that he got hands. Beat the brakes off of him. Go and beat the brakes off of him. They in the ring. They on the heavy bag. They shadow boxing. The only one who ain't over there right now is Nishi. I see him in the cut over there with Pay. Don't tell me that Nishi over here just finna be playing ref the whole time. And then Joe talking about, hey, hurry up and teach me lesson four. Oh. Hey, ain't no way that Joe just got snubbed by Pay. Joe was going on about needing that lesson four, and then Pay told, hey, look, check us out. I'm the head coach now. You ain't the only one that get my time. You was not the only one that get my time. Even look, the point that I paused it on, even Nishi like, huh? You saying that now? That's crazy. Pay snub Joe? You ain't never seen Joe needing Pay this bad, and the first thing that happened is he gets snubbed. I mean, Pause point again, y'all. Pause point again. So it ain't fully that Dante snubbed him. It's that Dante don't have anything to teach him right now. All right. So misinterpretation, cool. But give y'all what's really going on currently. So the lesson 4 for tomorrow, according to Dante, is pretty much already what Joe's doing, the wrist training. So because he don't have anything to teach him because he already in the midst of doing it, all he told him was pretty much where to go with it. So he giving him a distance that he got to go instead of like doing it in place. Now he's gonna be doing it with some movement. So he giving him a little bit more of a higher difficulty level, if that makes sense, right? He said plow all the way over to the fence, over there. Yeah, yeah. He finna get that hard work. That feel like a snub still. That still feel like Dante snubbed him. That still feel like Dante snubbed him. Nah, I was right. I was right. Because he said that we'll continue this conversation when you get to the fence. And then bounce. So yeah, Dante snubbed him. He gave him a more higher difficulty than what he was kind of doing, but he just snubbed Joe. Yeah, Joe feels some type of way. The face right now, he get him like, I know you did not just tell me. Yeah, see, look, damn that rotten geezer. Come on now. I ain't trying to pause too much, but let's acknowledge the fact that I can understand why Dante snubbed it. One, he head coach, right? So he got to be impartial as much as possible. Two, Joe been an asshole since episode 1, so he kind of had it coming. He kind of had it coming, right? Um, he kind of fight or no fight coming up. He deserved it. I'd say out of all the characters, it's probably more hard for me to read than Joe. It's probably Philanthropist Lady because I still don't really know what her intentions is. I get the impression that she really is good, but she's been getting questioned so much that she's starting to doubt herself. So I mean, other than Joe, she's probably the one that's more confusing for me. Oh, Rikishi heading over to the sandbag. He about to break this sandbag. He about to break this. I know y'all know what's going on. Y'all hear that music? Y'all hear that music? There goes Skeleton over there talking noise again. That's crazy. And then there you go with that cool, calm, and collected demeanor. Rikishi, my guy. Look, see Skeleton over here trying to cause all this drama. You don't hate Yabuki? Nah. Hey, look, we threw hands. The hands had a conversation. We good. I'll see him in next round. Damn. But he having a whole conversation while he boxing this bag. And then they over here looking at the side like, yeah, yeah, I'm ready to work too. The energy over by that heavy bag is going crazy right now. Mm. Yeah, he see how far Joe is, and I guess I'm gonna have to go ahead and teach him that lesson 5. And they got that sunset in the background. Joe going crazy with the one hands, struggling. And here they go over here talking bad about short stack. I'm gonna need short stack to go ahead and start decking them. I'm gonna need him to go ahead and just start decking folks. I think that he trying to box his shirt because he don't got a punching bag. Either he trying to use this for a punching bag, or he trying to use this about for like a speed bag of some sort. I don't know what's going on just yet. He's super skinny too. Short stack, super skinny. Yeah, short stack gonna be a monster. Obviously, he got to be like the one out of everybody, but yeah, short stack gonna be a monster when he grow up. So my Don Pay for to put short stack through the ringer. He said, "Look, you serious about this? I got you. I got you on me." Joe probably gonna have a problem with that. Lesson 5 or not, Joe probably have a problem with that. Joe seemed like when he finally make this transition, he gonna want Don pay attention on him and him only, right? That's what I'm feeling. Hmm. Blood from the hands all on the what we call it? It's not a hatchet. If y'all know what the name of that tool is, let me know. It's like a shovel, but it's not a shovel. A picket? Is it? Nah, it's like a picket. Yeah. He didn't reach the fence. Joe didn't reach the fence. And here go Nishi. Nishi get on my nerves now. Out of everybody, Nishi get on my nerves the most right now. Not including Joe. Nishi was nowhere close to this when he was in that cell before getting the initial Joe beatdown. He was nowhere close to this. It's like, where's some of that energy? It's a Joe egging you on to even bring that out of you a little bit. Uh, Nishi over here snitching. Yep, some pipsqueak named Aoyama. Nishi over here snitching. I told you, he getting on my nerves. Look, I almost prefer Nishi when he was an asshole. There go Rikishi with the moves. He, he might as well just say he got a fan base because everybody who's supposed to be over there practicing, they just watching Rikishi. Yeah, they didn't forgot about training themselves. They just watching Rikishi. What he's doing is art. That's hilarious. Uh, you call Rikishi a male stripper wannabe. At least you could say that Joe and Rikishi at this point in time can have an interaction without almost throwing hands. So I guess that's an upside. That's an upside. We'll take that. We'll take that. But Joe was on the way to go and interrupt Don Pay training short stack. Out, look, there it go. He sees Don Pay training. He don't like that. I said it. He don't like that. Snub, snub. Mm, Joe don't like that. He got to share the coach. All right, hold on. So what I want to know is Don Pay doing this to Joe on purpose because of how Joe's been acting to him in the past, or is it kind of half and half, and he really do want to train out Aoyama, or maybe he trying to train Aoyama to help finish putting Joe fully in his place. I can see that. I can see that if he was trying to use Aoyama to help get Joe to a better place, even if it seems like a fucked up way of doing it. That's what I'm getting right now. Well, see, he bigging him up in front of Joe. In front of Joe. Yeah, he got to be doing this for a reason. Appreciate you. I'm trying. I'm trying. Showing the bloody hands. He said, "I'm not here to share. You're supposed to be my coach. Train me." And then he ignore him straight to Aoyama. I'm telling you, he doing this for a reason. He doing this for a reason. Bro, the facial expressions on Joe is crazy for being snubbed. They're right there. No, hold on. I'm gonna pause it right there. Hold up. Now, y'all need to see that because that needs to be a whole meme. Boom. Yeah, let me pause it right there. Nah, that's not perfect, but y'all get the point, right? That needs to be a whole meme. Don't be talking bad about my screen protector being cracked. I don't want to hear it. But for real though, am I lying? That need to be a whole meme right there. The snub face stuff. What in the world is up with these screens that they using? What is up with this? What is up with these screens that they using? Ain't no way. There's no way. Joe been snubbed. He been talked about directly around him. He bigging up Aoyama, who was skinnier and shorter than Joe. And then they show this screen of them just looking back at Joe. Come on now. That is diabolical. That is wild. That's crazy. The disrespect. The disrespect. That's crazy. Oh, 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 no way. There's no way that he did Joe like that. There's no way. Oh, look, y'all got to see that again. Y'all got to see that again. There's no way. Why is he looking back at Joe like that? Oh my gosh. I said I wasn't going to shed no tears on this. That got me crying. Oh, they really finna end the episode off like this. They really finna end it like this. There's no way. That's crazy. And then the laugh? And then you gonna end it with the laugh? Come on. No, 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 no. Where do they get this from? The snub face, like, did he really? I'm Joe Yabuki. Ain't no way he did that to me. Oh, man. He said, what the hell happened? What the hell, Pops? That is crazy. Oh, man. Oh, that's wild. That is wild. Now, look, I'll tell y'all this. As much as we've been cranking out the recaps and the shorts, this is probably a good episode to do the first full reaction. Cause that oh man. Hey, y'all know that I've been asking for Joe to get his karma since episode 1. I've been needing him to get this, but to be like this is crazy. That's crazy work. That is more than what I asked for. I just wanted him to lose. I just wanted him to take an L. That's it. I just needed the brake speed off of him to get his turnaround going, right? To get him in the right direction. What they doing to Joe, the ending of that between the snub, the using Aoyama, who's stupid, skinny, short. He not even using anyone like Nishi's size for this. He using Aoyama. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. Whew. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have to save the. I wanna sit on that energy. I wanna sit on that. I'm sorry, y'all, but we can't get into the next episode. But that's gonna have to hold off until the next live. Cause that is crazy. Pretty much. Look, there's nothing that Rikishi did was touching Joe's pride at all. Nothing Rikishi did was destroying his pride. Nothing the minions was doing was messing with him at all. Oh, the minions is shedding tears for me because I want to be an asshole. That didn't stop Joe from being an asshole at all, right? It didn't. Nothing Rikishi said was phasing him. Nothing Don Pei said was phasing him. The ass whooping that he got from Don Pei on 2 occasions was not phasing him. Anything the philanthropist lady said was not phasing him. It took Aoyama being the chosen one, the temporary chosen one, to make Joe feel something. Like, damn, I'm probably not him like I really thought I was. What's going on here? Am I tripping? Did that really happen to me? Come on now. Come on now. Yeah, I need to sit on that energy. No, no, no. We going into the next topic from there. Uh. That is crazy work. Hey, look. Let's say this. Don't know what to put here. Yep. You the goat for this. You is the goat for this. Hey, look. For those of y'all who watching, y'all don't know what to put here. A whole shout out because don't know what to put here is the one who put me on to this, and is the reason why we will definitely be continuing with this because that is crazy. Makes sense to me. It makes sense to me because look, it's not that I don't want Joe to make it. It's just that I just want him to be humble. So that's why I've been needing him to get that ass whooping. I've been fiending for it. I've been fiending for it. The double knockdown was a disappointment to me. So the closest that I got to getting fully what I wanted was when Don Pay was beating the brakes off of him and he got put in jail. And then I want to say the training where he had Joe unconscious, but I don't think I can count that. I would say the closest I didn't got to finally getting what I want is when Don Pay pretty much put him in jail, right? So I just want Joe to go ahead and mellow out, be humble, you know, be Rikishi. Go be Rikishi. Go out, get some tips and tricks from him, right? So let's do it that way. Like, come on now. Well, all right. Let's see what we got next, right? So we did the let's see, ChatGPT trying to call it a recap, but that was a real reaction. So uh, I like this format. I do like this format. So I think we're gonna go ahead and keep rocking with the live stream, live real time recaps for the episodes from here, uh, and keep moving from there. Right. Oh yeah, you talking about when he was trying to ride the pigs out, and then oh look, the way that Rikishi stopped that escape so smooth in the cool, calm, collected manner still. Like no speed difference. Like he was on that bicycle too. The way he pulled up and then just looked and then got to work. Cool, calm, and collected through the whole thing. Bro, the way that Joe flew. Oh, look. I'll tell you this. I don't like going too deep into my past a little bit, but I'll give y'all a little quick story because it reminds me of when I was still in elementary school, right? So now y'all don't need to know locations. We hey look, stay safe, right? Y'all don't need to know where I'm at. Cause if you find out where I'm at, we going if it ain't a meet and greet, you see me, better approach on the right way. But for real though, so I'm in elementary school, right? No, this is back when people was really riding bicycles, really riding bicycles. So where we stayed, uh, there's a gas station not too far from the crib, right? You got me, my second oldest brother, uh, that part. They need to have a top. They need to have a top five, top 10 theme song list for like greatest interests, and Rikishi need to be on there, right? So yeah, so it's me, my second oldest brother. I'm the oldest, right? So me, my second oldest brother, and then my middle brother. I'm the oldest of five, right? So we at the gas station. We there with our friend. Everybody on bicycles, right? So I'm in I'm in ninth grade at this time. So no, not elementary school. My middle school. My middle brother is elementary school. My second oldest brother, he would have been in middle school at this time, and then you had me in ninth grade. So We at the gas station. We there with our homie who lives across the street. Also got a bike. So there's a trailer park right behind the gas station. Somebody that I knew who was in my grade pulled up to the gas station and then grabbed our homie's bike and then, you know, snatch and run pretty much. My middle brother notices that the bike is leaving. He come in the gas station because he was outside. He come in the gas station, me, my brother, and then our homies there. We just call him Trent. So Trent's bike got taken. Trent hops on my second oldest brother's bike to go and retrieve his bicycle. So in my head, okay, well, he took my brother's bike to go his bike. Who gonna get my brother's bike back? So I hopped on my bike to go and retrieve my brother's bike and assist, right? The direction, when you've been growing up, you kind of, you know the area, right? I know where dude lived, and he coincidentally lives in the trailer park. But he didn't go directly to the trailer park, right? Dumb move initially. So he riding, going a long way down towards the elementary school. So regardless of where you go, you gotta turn and go all the way back up by the gas station to get back to the trailer park. So I don't know why you go on that super long escape route. I'm telling you, look, when you were a kid, everything happens so fast that it is crazy, right? Your perception of things when you were a kid is crazy. So he's going all the way down to the elementary school. Trent, he in hot pursuit, right? I had to leave both my brothers at the gas station because I'm trailing Trent to go and retrieve my brother's bike. So I make it to the front of the school. Apparently, they must have took around the school route. So dude who took the bike is coming back up from the front, and then he getting ready to run into me. This is back when we was riding pegs. Y'all look, if y'all was in the time frame that I was, you know, a little bit younger. No, don't ask my age. You don't need to know that. If you had front pegs and back pegs, you was doing something. If you had front pegs and back pegs, if you didn't have any pegs, we didn't feel like you was doing much. In them days, we had a whole bike shop going on in the garage. So when he pulls up, Trent's bike got pegs. So me, being me, while he's pedaling full speed to bypass me, I grab the back pegs and lift the back of the bicycle up while he's in mid motion. So I think you can imagine what happens after that when you riding and then the back peg just fly up. I mean, who on it is flying off, which is what happened to him. He was not liking that. He was not. And that turned out to end up being, you know, obviously we got the bike back. Like I said, one, he messed up by even taking a stupid long route to try and steal this bike. We know where you stay. We know the direction you got to go back to. You in my grade, not to mention we got a class together. So continuing that story, my very first fight in school that's not at home, because obviously all this we get our arguments turn into fist fights all the time, being brothers. I did not. Hey, look, I just wanted to get the bike back. That's it. Oh man, look, I might have to do some story times with y'all for real when I was a little bit younger. I was never out here, I promise you. But so the very next day, when me and Dude go to school, like I said, we have a class together, right? It's coincidentally it's biology. I sit in the back of the class normally. He sits in the front on the opposite side, right? So it's like diagonal from each other. So tell me why he do one of these. He get up, he look back, he point all the way to where I'm sitting, and he says, in front of that cold class, you don't want me to beat you up again. Did I not just say that my very first fight in school was this situation? Where you get you don't want me to beat you up again from? So, if y'all know anything about me, once you say some crazy shit like that, and then in front of everybody, look, off of principle, now we got to act on it. as principal at that point. I don't want to, but now we got to act on it. So that same day, we ride the bus together too because we live in the same area. The processing of this is crazy. We ride the same bus, we go to the same school. We know where each other stay pretty much, right? We end up getting off of the bus in the trailer park. Me and him ended up, getting to a fight. 'Cause he challenged me in biology class. We got to get to it. Now we got to get to it. And when I was a youngin', I took everything my pops said to heart, right? RIP to my pops because he passed a little bit over a year ago now. So yeah, rest in peace, my pops. I took everything that he said to heart, and one of the things that he taught us was we don't start fights, we end it. So anything that I was ever operating off of in that time frame, no matter what argument we was getting into, I never threw the first punch, never, because that's how much that I was thinking into what he was telling us, right? So when we get to doing it, I actually let him hit me first, and his very first hit was face check, right? So he face checked me. Now I feel like I'm in the clear based off of lessons from pops. So I'm in the clear. Okay, cool. I didn't start it. I'm ending it now. That's where my head is. Return the exact hit, and that's the only face shot that I did to him because my mentality in this time frame as a little youngin', I want him to still go back to school. It sounds crazy, right? I literally was thinking to myself, well, I don't want to mess up his face. I don't. So that shoulder, the left shoulder, I'm telling you, left shoulder was the only place that I was punching the shit out of him. The only place I was hitting him after the return shot. Only place. Also in this time frame, just to help get a little more background, I was wrestling in this time frame. And then I think we had just finished. Me and my brothers had actually quit Taekwondo not too long before that. He used to be in Taekwondo as well, but none of us did it anymore. So we got a slight Taekwondo background at that time, and then me and my brothers, was deep into wrestling at that time. Dude who took the bike, he wasn't doing nothing for himself. He was pretty much on the rebel phase at that point in time. But we used to be cool, right? I knew him for quite a while before that. It wasn't like he was a new kid or nothing like that. So after the fight, everybody when they find out the fight's going on, nobody's going back to their house. Everybody want to stick around and watch. So everybody's sitting there watching. I got some homies who was they're both brothers from Saudi Arabia. Big ups to them because they graduated high school when we was sophomores. That's crazy, right? While we was over here bullshitting, they was handling business while they was joking and laughing with us. That's how you know that even though they bullshitting with us, they know what their priorities is and stuck to it, right? So yeah, they listen to Jay-Z and all that with the rest of us, right? Knew all the quotes and everything. But while we was still hanging out in high school, they was done by at the end of sophomore year. Crazy. Shout out to them. They was there. They were the ones who told me the very next morning, they was like, yo, what'd you do to him? I was like, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. They apparently saw his shoulder that I kept hitting and said that it was purple. That left shoulder. So I didn't know this at the time, but I ended up actually getting picked up by the police that same day at school that they was telling me. I didn't know that his mom was a police officer. Yeah, he went and told his mom. And then I got picked up at school. So that was the very first time that I actually ended up having to go to court. And they assumed that I was a hothead and put me in anger management. I was not the hothead. Yeah, coincidentally, my brother was a hothead at the time. My second oldest brother. He's the one that should have been in anger management. Look, when y'all see him on the live stream, y'all haven't seen him yet. Y'all only seen my brother Malachi so far, he's the youngest, right? So my brother Keith, y'all see him pretty soon in one of the future live streams because he's the one that brought up the idea of getting into Star Wars. So when we get into Star Wars playlist, that's his lane, right? Him and Malachi, they both want to touch on that heavy. So my I ended up in anger management, and then I only was doing it for one day really, because as soon as I got there, my pops was with me at the time. They was like, "So what are you really here for?" And I was like, "Because the court told me to. We don't know why else we here because I don't need anger management. I don't." It's just one of those that it was a situation that should have never happened to begin with, right? Like I said, once you call somebody out in front of the whole class like that, off of principle, you got to act on it now. I mean, some people, were depending on where you from, you might not have to, but where I'm from, you got to act on that. You have to, right? So, but yeah, that's my little story time for that. Like I said, I mean, I ended up going to the anger management. It was only one day. I ain't have to really do much. I think I had to do community service, and yeah, that was pretty much it for that. So I have not seen a dude who took the bike. I actually don't even remember if we ended up finishing the school year in that same biology class or not. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he's still living in the same area or not. I don't know. But I mean, if I was to see him today or whatever, I mean, hey, look, you approach me on some cool shit, then we cool. What's in the past is in the past. But just know, we don't play that, right? We don't. We don't go. I ain't gonna tell you go steal someone else's bike, but we don't play that. Story time over. Let's keep moving. Uh, so what I want to do is I want to touch on. I want to bring in some of these 1v1s that we was going over in the look. I tell you what, if because I didn't pretty much got rid of all my social media, right? I mean, I'm in a different point in life. The only social media app that I got on my phone right now is Facebook, and the only reason I have that is because I look at a page for information really, and then some of my family I hit up through Messenger. But you don't need a Facebook app for that. So really, for the Facebook app itself, I only look at like 2-3 pages just to get information from it. Y'all don't know about that. Y'all just trying to go connect to people. Speaking of social media, though, if y'all been paying attention, I'm still working on the social media website. I've been running to them errors again, and it's a look. The fun thing, if y'all don't really know too much about web development, is it sucks when you run into errors all the time, but it's cool when you go from looking at code, like just looking at numbers and letters and everything, into actually seeing the pages, right? So if y'all remember, if y'all was paying attention when I was kind of working on it a little bit, ChatGPT helped me get to where it was, right? I was originally it was just a hobby project that I was working on, and it turned into okay having heavy potential. So I would show it to y'all, but it is still in error status. So I ain't gonna show it to y'all until I get past that error because it's one of them complicated ones. It's one of those that where when I be having ChatGPT help me fix it, it's making it worse right now. So I got to undo some of the stuff. I low key might end up starting from scratch again. As I said, I've been trying to work it from different lanes as far as where to start with. Because you got the front end, you got the back end. They kind of interact with each other depending on how far in depth that you working on stuff. So for anybody that's hopping in that's into web development, shoot, hey, look, if you want to go ahead and put your input, you can do that. I'll take the tips. Pause. But yeah. So uh, yeah. If I end up somehow getting in touch with dude, hey, shoot, I'll go ahead and see if he want to go ahead and speak his perspective. It might actually be funny. It might it might because I'm actually curious as to how he felt flying off that bicycle. I am curious. I am curious. Coincidentally, I'm actually in my hometown right now. I mean, yeah, y'all see the hotel there. Obviously, I don't live in my hometown anymore, but I'm just here, temporarily. So, me, my brother Malachi, and my brother Keith, yeah, we all here in our hometown right now. So, and then we'll be going back to where we live pretty soon. So nope, don't ask for no locations because you're not gonna get them. But yeah, I want to get into these 1v1 matchups. So the thing is, I did not fully figure out how to get the polls going for Streamlabs, and I don't want to be wasting too much time with trying to get it to work. So what we'll do is I'm going to see how do I want to do this. I think I'm gonna put it in the chat. I think that's what we'll do. So I want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to catch up on all the content that's been going on between both of the channels. If y'all from the Mitchell Clan TV channel but haven't checked out the NSZ Shadow Dragon channel, I did a comment. That's the pinned comment. That's from the NSZ Shadow Dragon page. Go ahead, subscribe to it. It's just got straight shorts right now. It was actually going to end up being the replacement page for the Mitchell Clan TV channel, but as you can see, we finally found our workaround for the live stream. So this might end up being what we stick with, right? So let me go up in here. Uh, right, let's go ahead and cut that down. We don't need that. And I'm gonna put the matchups in the chat. Now, mind you, we are back in the Naruto focus right now. So that's why we're gonna put. Let me go to this because I want to make sure I don't want to miss any of the matchups. I want to give everybody a chance to see the matchups and then potentially pick their options because it's been some debates going on. If y'all been paying attention to the in depth conversations for the Naruto stuff, look, the matchups deserve a conversation on their own. I mean, let's be real. The 1v1s that I've been putting in the shorts on the NSZ Shadow Dragon page, they kind of deserve a little bit of a conversation, because you got some. So I could tell that some people obviously they go off an initial answer, understandable. But if y'all know how I operate, I try to look at the as many facts as possible that got to do with what determining the answer, right? Do a little bit of research to try to be as knowledgeable in your answer as possible. That's just all it is. And then if we still disagree, let's talk about it. Hey, you tell me I'm crazy, I'll tell you crazy. That's cool. Let's do it. I say plenty of times the best debates is not the ones that you agree all the time, but the ones where you disagree. That's when it brings that. That's when everybody got to bring out all the info, all the let me see this is a better word for it. I don't know, but we'll still got all the information that they can to support their claims, right? So especially when you're coming with me, you got to be ready. You got to be ready to debate. Otherwise, I'm probably gonna run you over in your opinions when it comes to this anime stuff, depending on what I know, right? Right? Because I know there was a live where me and Malachi actually was I think we was going in a live about whether it was the Karama live stream, right? We was talking about whether Naruto would get the Hokage, without Karama, like a 40-minute live that we was doing, right? And I let Malachi take the lead on that. He explained his case, and then I kind of stepped in when I had certain things to touch on and remind him of, which we was both kind of how we go. If we start out with an answer at the beginning of it, and then we kind of once you speak out loud some of the facts, you start to realize what, maybe I was wrong, maybe, and then you adjust your answer. But whenever you figure out your official answer, keep that same energy. Yeah, yeah, right. So, all right, I'm about to start putting these matchups in the chat, and then y'all can pick from them. I really do wish that I could have figured out how to work the polls. It's all right. I'm gonna figure it out for the next live stream for y'all. Right. So the first 1v1 matchup. I don't want history. I don't want that. I want Oh wait, that's why we not in the on the right channel. Hold up, I'm gonna switch this because all the matchups is in the NSC Shadow Dragon page. So in fact, we don't even need that actually. It should still be in right here actually. Boom, got it. All right, so let's start off with which one? Which matchup do we want to start with? Oh yeah, we can start there. All right, so the first matchup that we got is Itachi versus Minato. All right, so first matchup is Itachi versus Minato. Who wins in a clean 1v1? So this is pretty much a Genjutsu genius versus a teleporting Hokage matchup, right? So the things you got to remember when you picking your choices in this, obviously there's no right answer, you know, unless it's something that we know is clearly going to be a mop session, right? So yeah, all right. Oh, you got Minato over Itachi. Now, if I remember right from, I see. Look, I gotta look at uh what the current polls is looking like in the NSZ Shadow Dragon page. So let's do that. That way, I can let y'all also know how it's currently looking for those stats. Da, da, da. All right, where is it at? So we was doing Itachi versus Minato. Itachi versus Minato is currently sitting at 18% voted for Itachi, 82% voted for Minato. So everyone is leaning towards Minato right now for that. All right. So next one is Naruto. Naruto versus Hashirama. Naruto versus Hashirama. Let me go back and let live so I can post that. All right. Naruto versus Hashirama. Now, mind you, the Naruto versus Hashirama is um this is like full power, right? So you got essentially Baryon Mode versus what they just refer to Hashirama as the god of ninjas, pretty much, right? So the second matchup that y'all got that y'all will be able to choose from is Naruto versus Hashirama. I ain't gonna lie to you. If it I would say anything earlier than the final fight. Did I say, obviously when we talk about full power, we talking about him, man, I want to say Naruto's full power because he obviously in Boruto he had plenty of time to refine his techniques and everything. It feels way more clean. Even though I'm not a fan of Boruto, but you got to acknowledge that when we really see Naruto throwing the hands in Boruto, it feels really more refined in his style than when obviously he was still kind of in the process of getting it in the end of the war, right? Not to say not doubting that him throwing hands in the war at all, but you could kind of feel that it's a little bit more refined, right? So we got that. Next is Sasuke versus Kakashi. War arc only. Sasuke versus Kakashi. War arc only. So this is pretty much you got to take into account Sasuke got a crazy power up in the war. And then we got Kakashi who got hella experience. I still think this is naturally an easy answer. Everyone is saying right now, actually, the polls for that, crazy enough, is currently 31% voted for Kakashi and 69% voted for Sasuke. So a lot of people think that Kakashi still got the experience to take the edge over Sasuke, right? But you got to remember though, Sasuke got the Rinnegan at that point in time. So, and then I want to acknowledge the part too that in that war, didn't Might Guy end up doing pretty much more in the war than Kakashi? You know, obviously because Might Guy was, other than Naruto and Sasuke, wasn't Might Guy the main one who was throwing hands with Madara and got Madara to acknowledge him? So I mean, when we talking about the the war arc only, yeah, the experience that Kakashi got is crazy, but at the same time, Sasuke had a crazy boost of experience too, just from joining the Akatsuki, assaulting the five Kage and everything. Like, yeah. We can't disregard the fact that Sasuke got crazy experience from leaving the village, right? When you in the trenches all the time, you ain't got no choice but to get experience, right? All he been doing was training. I mean, yeah, Naruto was training too, but yeah, y'all get what I'm saying. All right, next is Madara versus Hashirama. So naturally, most people gonna still kind of try to bring that down to a tie or whatever. But we want to try to really fine tune this to actually pick, right? So the current polls for Madara versus Hashirama is 41% voted for Madara and 59% voted for Hashirama. Oh, see, like I'm over here forgetting to be putting this in the chat too. I really need to figure out how to put stuff in the chat from the Streamlabs, but it's taking too. You know what? I'll be able to do it from the other laptop. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Done. Add that because obviously I still want everyone else to be able to see this matchups. Madara is my yeah yeah. Did Madara always have Hashirama's DNA, or did he only take it in the war? I remember obviously when he no, he only took it in the war. Yeah. So pretty much ended up getting a super power boost in the end of the war still, right? Yeah. Yeah, Madara is crazy, right? The power boost that Madara got. And we really haven't seen their prime, but we know that Madara considers Hashirama his rival for a reason. But as far as the display that Madara been putting on, oh man, yeah, yeah. But when you really think about it too, if the display that Madara had was that crazy just from him smacking all five of the Kage at the same time, can we imagine what Hashirama's full display would have been during the Warring Age? Yeah, that's because for those of y'all who don't know, uh, I'm kind of biased towards Toby Rama. I fuck with Toby Rama. All right, well let's go. All right, next one we got Obito versus Minato. No Kamui, no Kamui. Mind you, I did not come up with these matchups. This is courtesy of ChatGPT. Appreciate you, ChatGPT. So we got Obito versus Minato. Because that Kamui is pretty much Obito's cheat code, right? Ain't that Obito's cheat code is the Kamui? So I mean, if look, since ChatGPT wasn't thinking this one through, if we get rid of the Kamui from Obito, then wouldn't it be fair to get rid of Minato's, what does he call it when he be putting the imprint to be able to do the teleport? Y'all know what the name of that is? Let me, what is Minato's teleportation jutsu called? There it is. Boom. Yeah, the Flying Thunder God technique. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I think ChatGPT didn't think this one through. So if I say, oh yeah, Flying Rajan. Yeah, yeah. So if we get rid of the Kamui, I think it's only fair that we get rid of the Flying Rajan. So if we get rid of both of their cheat codes, who wins? Because Minato is still fast as hell. He's still fast as hell. But Obito also got crazy perception too. And then he been around Madara for so damn long that I'm sure that he can hang with folks easily. But Minato and that speed is ridiculous. Flying Raijin or not, Minato's got crazy speed. I'm still giving Minato the dub on that. I ain't gonna lie to you. So the next matchup that we did was Kakashi versus Jiraiya. Oh, I didn't even give the current poll numbers for the Obito one. So the current poll numbers right now for the Obito versus Minato is 33% for Obito and 67% for Minato. So it's not sitting at like a sweep, but Minato got over 50%. So yeah. All right. So the next one that we had was I said Kakashi versus Jiraiya. That part. We had quite a few prodigies coming out of the Leaf Village. So Kakashi was a prodigy. Itachi was a prodigy. Minato was a prodigy. Yeah. The Leaf Village be cranking out cheat codes. That's all they do. Leaf Village don't do nothing but breed cheat codes. I'm telling you. There's a reason why them other villages be. I feel like the other villages compared to the Leaf Village, obviously I feel like they got way more of that aggressive energy, but at the same time, the Leaf Village is just they just overflowing with talent. This is what it is, right? But I tell you this, I would want to see the Tsuchikage in his prime. The one who got the particle juices. I want to see him in his prime. I do. I do. All right, Kakashi versus Jiraiya is that's a full power. Yep, that's a full power match. Go back to this. Yeah, yeah. Kakashi versus Jiraiya is just a full. Is just a yeah. I agree. Cause my thing is if Jiraiya took the time though to fully master the Sage mode like pretty much Naruto, yeah, I think he'd have had an edge. He'd have had an edge because we know that there's only so much that Kakashi was able to copy. There's still a capacity to that. There's also still a capacity to how much you could use a Sage Jutsu. And Jiraiya wasn't really too big into the clones like Naruto. So yeah, I can see the current pose for that is literally at 50%, 50%. The current pose for Kakashi versus Jiraiya is 50-50. All right, let's see what's next. Oh, yep. This is the big one that's been going crazy right now. Uh, I agree. I agree. Pete Kakashi for sure. I say if Jiraiya was to master Sage mode, I think it gives him a slightly better edge. But I don't think there's anything that other than maybe his summoning jutsu. I think his summoning jutsu would trump Kakashi's dogs. I don't think that his dog's is obviously not suited for that, and Jiraiya he could pull hella toads to do whatever he needs to do. He could do that. So the only edge I can see Jiraiya having right now is his summoning jutsu. Uh, all right, next one we got is Rock Lee versus Sasuke. Rock Lee versus Sasuke. Now, mind you, this is tuning exam era. This is tuning exam era. Rock Lee versus Sasuke. Current polls right now for Rock Lee versus Sasuke is 21% for Rock Lee, 79% for Sasuke. And I'm going to be real with you. At this point in time, tuning exam phase, I'm going with Rock Lee. I'm going with Rock Lee. My reasoning for this is so at that tuning exam point in time, right? Yes, Sasuke copied Rock Lee's move, but he saw that move before the exam started, and then obviously he copied it perfectly. Cool. If we take away even if you give him that move that he copied from Rock Lee, he still didn't know about Rock Lee's true speed, from the weight drop, right? I don't think that Sasuke would be hanging with Rock Lee if he wasn't able to copy moves. Because if they even had a real matchup in the shooting exams, oh man, look, Sasuke would literally have to get beat up and be trying to copy moves at the same time. Not even get beat up. I mean, yeah, for you to copy the move, you'd have to either like see it, or he'd probably have to like actively be going through it or whatever. Like he can't dodge it and think that he gonna imitate it, right? So yeah, Rock Lee. I'll be real. I disagree with everyone's opinion on that. The whole, like I said, it's 21% for Rock Lee, 79% for Sasuke. I'm giving it to Rock Lee all day. He would not be ready. Let's not even forget the fact too that Rock Lee was the first one who was really hanging with Gara, really hanging with him. After that weight drop, and he got that speed boost, and then he boosted it up to the opening the fifth gate. And I'm sure that at that point in time he knew how to open, 6 and 7 probably. Yeah, I don't think Sasuke hanging. I do not think that he hanging. All right, what's next? Uh, this next one is Sakura versus Itachi. So I'm gonna try to give Sakura the benefit of the doubt here, right? If we're going full power, I'm gonna try to fight for Sakura's case on this one. I'm gonna try. But I think at the end of the day, we can all I think we all gonna push Itachi, right? So before I get into this, the current polls right now is 8% Sakura, 92% Itachi. So let's fight for Sakura a little bit, right? Let's go full power, right? Full power for both of them. Full power for both of them. Sakura, even before being full power, is great at breaking genjutsu. Let's not deny her that. Sakura is great at breaking genjutsu. So let's because when we think about it, genjutsu is literally Itachi's like bread and butter. Other than the fact that he's an Itachi, so he got plenty of fire jutsus all day. But we know that his bread and butter is the genjutsu, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. So if you're talking about full power Sakura, she learned Tsunade's full technique for the regeneration shit, right? She got monstrous strength. She hit you, you done for, right? She can hit the surrounding areas around you, right? Break up your concentration. Uh, and then on top of that, she knows how to break genjutsu. She knows how way better than most other people, right? So I'm gonna give Sakura the edge. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you. Yes, I get it. I get it. Everyone's going to go about how Itachi's a prodigy and all that, but look, I'm trying to give Sakura the benefit of the doubt. I'm trying, right? Medical ninjutsu is pretty technical. It's pretty technical. Yeah. Let's just go into the next one. Yeah, that's really all I got. All right. So that's the ones that are for there. Oh, here we go. Gaara versus Tsunade. Defense versus strength. So we talking about full power. Gaara versus Tsunade. Now this one I have not done. I have not posted the poll for yet. So y'all are getting it here first on the live stream, and then obviously I'm still posted on the NSC Shadow Dragon page. Um, I'm saying tomorrow, but it's already 2:48 my time. So it later today. I'm gonna post the rest of the 1v1 matchups that we going over. So right now we got Gara versus Tsunade. Gara versus Tsunade. Defense versus strength. I'm going to, from what I've seen, I'm trying to think about how fast Tsunade is, because Gara's Sand is pretty fast. And then let's not forget the part where was he not using no, I'm thinking about his dad. His dad got the gold sand. And I'm really trying to think about how strong uh his sand is, because when we was talking about when we was talking about Rock Lee being fast enough to break through the defense, Tsunade would have the strength to break the defense. No? Would Tsunade have the strength to be able to break the defense without having to worry about speed as much? No, no. I would still say Gara still got the advantage, because Rock, with the way that he grabbed Rock Lee to break his we might be having a little slow signal issues. Let me know if y'all end up having signal issues. But yeah, I'm gonna give the advantage to Gara, and that's mainly because of how he broke Rock Lee's arm and leg. That's not a normal move. He pretty much grabbed those limbs with the sand. So even though even if Tsunade is not as fast as Rock Lee, weight drop, post weight drop type stuff. Obviously that's younger age, but I think the only advantage that Tsunade really has besides her strength is her regeneration ability. Her regeneration ability is really all she got. I mean, she would have to literally probably take a heavy beating and wear Gara out. And we know that Gara got hella stamina when it comes to his chakra. So yeah, I'm giving that to Gara. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm giving it to Gara. All right. I'm tripping. Who is this? Let me see. Yeah, I don't like that matchup. No, we're not doing that. Should we do that? No. All right. I'll give it. I'm gonna give it to y'all. I don't have an opinion on this one, but I'm gonna give y'all this one still. So the last one was Madara versus Toneri. Madara versus Toneri. Now, the reason why I don't have an opinion on this is because Toneri, if I remember right, Toneri is from a movie, and I haven't seen all of the Naruto movies yet. I've seen obviously all the show, and I think I've seen one actual movie. So I'm not familiar with Toneri. Toneri. Yeah, Madara versus Toneri. Now, from the picture that I looked up, Toneri looks like one of those people that obviously of the same caliber for what's your name from the last fight that they was throwing hands with in the war. Let's see, who was Naruto fighting? No, 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 not four. Kaguya. Yeah, the Otsutsuki. Yeah. So Toneri looks like an Otsutsuki. I think I'm a this is why I need my double monitor, because two different laptops is it's crazy work. I ain't gonna lie to you. Don't worry. We do what we can to make this work. So for those of you who's like me and is not familiar with Toneri, that's who this is. So for anyone who's seen the movie, because I'm highly sure that he's he she yeah, I'm highly sure that Toneri is from a movie. Otherwise, I would have definitely remembered who that was. Especially if you were Otsutsuki, yeah, I'd have definitely remember that. It's not like they got a crazy amount of people on their roster right now. It's not that we know of, so you know, I'd have remembered that. So I don't got no input on that. Y'all can answer that one on your own time. That's good. All right, what else we got on the list? Where did my list go? Better question. There it is. All right. So that's it for the 1v1 matchups for now. So next, let's touch on oh, there we go. All right. I need to pull the list back up. All right. So all right, one of the things that I still wanted to answer on, if y'all want to answer that while y'all in here. Oh, yeah, that was it for the 1v1 matchup. But what I do want to touch on, because I'm probably gonna go ahead and call it pretty soon too, is we should start pro planning after deep diving into all these Naruto topics. Which anime is going to be next? So I should post this one in the chat. So as of right now, my considerations for the next couple of deep dives as far as live stream topics like we normally been doing is uh see Naruto is finished. So I mean I think I want to keep them limited to shows that's finished. So I'm still watching Ashita no Joe, so we can't do that. Not to mention we currently doing the recaps slash live stream reactions. So I'm taking suggestions for the next anime show for the deep dive topics. So out of this current list, Yu Yu Hakusho. Actually, I've said before that that's been my number one of all time, so that's definitely gonna be a consideration, right? So Yu Yu Hakusho is an option. Fairy Tail is an option. Fairy Tail is finished. Well, I mean, yeah, not including the new one or whatever. Like if you're talking about the main original one, yeah. So we can do Fairy Tail, we can do Yu Yu Hakusho. Da, da. See, ChatGPT trying to give me these options that we ain't. Like, cause we can do like One Piece got hella episodes, but crazy thing is I don't feel like everyone is like real deep into One Piece like they claim they is, right? Me, I didn't see One Piece plenty of times. Japanese, English, both I done seen plenty of times. So I can handle Dragon Ball, yeah. Dragon Ball we can do. Dragon Ball we can do. I've seen everything for Dragon Ball, all the way through the Super tournament. So we can do Dragon Ball for the next. We can do Dragon Ball for the next deep dive topics. Let's add that in. All right. Yeah, because this roster that ChatGPT got, those is good suggestions for shows that people should watch, for sure. But it's not ones that we can do like deep dives on because obviously they're not done yet. But what we can do is I can re-watch those and then we can do recaps on those. So because the rest of what ChatGPT got on here is One Piece, and then they want to touch on Emu's secrets and everything. But some people's not that far into One Piece, so we can't really do that without giving people too much solo leveling. Solo leveling is amazing, amazing. Black Clover, one of my mom's current favorites, right? Uh, says Rimuru and Slimeverse. Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime is definitely one of my top ones right now for sure. Because the way that it's written, it's like simple, but it's like OP with the power levels, right? Rimuru, me and my brother with Malachi was getting into it plenty over. I should, matter of fact, yeah. This is a good one. So me and my brother Malachi was arguing, right? Yeah, arguing about Rimuru being able to smack Krillin. He was fighting hard for Krillin too. Like I said, I've only seen Dragon Ball all the way through Super Tournament. So anything that my brother knows for Krillin is everything up to and past the tournament. So he knows current Krillin level. I don't. I know current Rimuru level. He don't. So we was butting heads. I'm telling you, over Krillin versus Rimuru, because in my opinion, Rimuru is smacking hella folks, hella folks. Like when you talking about top tier power rankings and everything, like Rimuru got some cheat codes on him. He got some cheat codes. I don't think that Krillin is finna be putting no work on him. And then I even brought up, I was like, so is he smacking Saitama? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, no, 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 that ain't right. Krillin, we talking about the same Krillin. Look, come on now. So yeah, nah, y'all can drop your opinions on how y'all feel about Krillin versus Rimuru. But naturally, I'm gonna ride for Rimuru all day. I'm gonna ride for Rimuru. Uh, and then I say Yu Yu Hakusho is my that's my shit. That's my shit. I didn't see Yu Yu Hakusho so many times, English and Spanish and everything. But I say this: when it comes to one of the reasons why I'm so obsessed with Yu Yu Hakusho is because it's one of those that even though it doesn't have a crazy amount of episodes for the time it was written in, it's so well written story wise. It don't feel like it's too fast. It don't feel like it's too slow. It don't at that time frame too. You didn't really have to worry about fillers like that either. So it's like pretty straight through to the point for the most part. And then the power buildup, it's not like a like a 0 to 100 thing. It's got a the gradual power increases and everything. So yeah, I like the way that it's written. I like the pacing of it and everything. Some people might disagree when it came to like post not dark tournament. Was it dark tournament? No. Yeah, dark tournament. Yeah. So after that first tournament in Yu Yu Hakusho, some people would probably argue and say, nah, it was too fast from there or whatever. The It was greatly written. I like all the characters. There's just no. I do, I do. I've actually that's another one that we can do because I watched all of Hunter X Hunter. Uh, has anyone heard anything about them continuing from when he finally ran into his dad? Are they still gonna keep it running from there? I haven't heard anything since then. I hope that they didn't just kind of leave it out to dry because that's what they pretty much did with One Punch Man. One Punch Man should have been at least continuing by now, but we know we're not gonna get that. So is that the same case for Hunter X Hunter? Because we can do the topics on that too. If anything, I'll probably set a poll um, in the NSZ Shadow Dragon page, and it'll probably be like a kind of like a tournament type deal, right? To help us pick. So, because I say Yu Yu Hakusho, yeah, that sucks. That sucks. But I'll tell you this: when it came to characters that pissed me off and everything, I was fully rocking with Gon the whole way until I realized how psychotic he really was. I used to think that that Killua was the crazy one, but then it's like they made that switch, and I was like, Gon needs to be on the literally psych ward, straight up, straight up. Cause ain't no way. For those of y'all who have not seen Hunter X Hunter, look, it's great. Don't get me wrong, it's great. But Gon is psychotic. He need help. He need more than medicine. He need more than medicine. I'll tell you that. He needs more than medicine. So yeah, well, I'm gonna probably set it up in the poll on the NSZ Shadow Dragon page. Don't forget the comment that's pinned for this is the NSZ Shadow Dragon comment that I pinned. So y'all can go over there, subscribe, so y'all can stay in tune with the shorts. And like I said, that's where I'm posting all the 1v1s as an actual poll and everything, so y'all can see in real time how people's voting and everything. Y'all can argue about it in the comments. I am perfectly okay with the energy. Just make sure y'all don't be y'all know how I typically like to end live streams and everything. I give the little promotional, not promotional, progressive tips, right? So I don't want to have to put in safety things as well. But all I'm gonna say is my general rules. Y'all can get as crazy as y'all want in the comments and the chat and everything over explaining y'all case. Just make sure y'all ain't don't be calling nobody's family out their name. Don't be calling people out out their name or whatever. Cause y'all can call you crazy all day. If we don't agree. But I'm not gonna talk about your wife, your kids, your they family. I'm not gonna talk about smoking on your homies packs and none of that bullshit. I ain't doing all that. Come on now, you know, keep the energy high, but as classy as possible. If that makes sense, right? So that's all I'm gonna say for that. Uh, but for the most part, I definitely am glad that we was able to find this workaround, and we was going. This was a good live. This was definitely a good live. So I'm gonna leave y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and leave y'all with the my little say progressive tips once again. So I'm gonna leave y'all with the stay hydrated once again. Y'all think I just be telling y'all stay hydrated and I ain't got my water? Crazy, crazy work. I better be drinking that water. Thirsty asses. Pause. So stay hydrated, stay safe. I'd usually like to leave y'all with go learn something, but I think I'm gonna leave y'all with because stay safe is pretty broad, but I try to leave with three. Uh, go get your 1,000 steps in for the day. Yeah, yeah. Well, when it's like full blown daylight, obviously it's pretty early. It's early morning, early morning. So yeah, go get y'all 1,000 plus steps in for the day. Go be active. Yeah, let's do that. So stay hydrated, stay safe, and go stay active. Yeah, stay active. Right. That's what I got for y'all. So I definitely appreciate y'all for kicking it as long as possible. And then oh yeah, most definitely. Look, don't know what to put here. You was very much appreciated for putting me on to the show, the interactions, and yeah, just your views in general. So you very much is appreciated for sure. Always welcome back. Always. Um, for everyone else, make sure y'all go and subscribe to the channel if y'all want to keep in tune with the 1v1s and everything. That like all that whole channel is right now is straight shorts. It's no more than literally all the shorts on there is like no longer than 15 seconds or whatever. Even the polls you can't tell, but they revolve in 15 seconds or whatever. So yeah, go make sure y'all keep in touch with that channel. Uh, don't worry about me doing the recaps for the Ashita no Joe as a short anymore because obviously I found the workaround and I like the live stream format. So I'll probably start trying to schedule the live streams in advance so that everybody can start attending uh, as best as possible. So that's what we'll do. But until then,